Nice to meet you, I'm Brent. Okay, so I just have a few questions. So did you enlist or were you drafted?
I drafted.
Oh, okay. Why did you choose your branch of service when you were drafted?
You didn't have a choice
Oh,
when
really?
you drafted.
Oh.
You go in and they select. That's what happens when you get drafted.
Yeah.
We just line up and they
Mhm.
count off a bunch of people that need to go into the Marines.
Mhm.
They just take a section and say, "You guys are Marines."
Oh.
They take them.
Okay. What did you envision war would be like after you were drafted? What do you think it would be like?
What did I think what was going to happen?
Yeah.
On that end? I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
All I thought would be a lot of exercise and stuff at the beginning, going through basic training.
What was everyday life like? Like, did you write letters home at all, or?
A little, but mostly you were pretty tired during
Oh,
basic.
okay.
Basic training started roughly about, say, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow.
You know, so they get you up, clean up, and about 5 o'clock you go out and get called from mess hall. And go you have breakfast.
Oh, okay. What kind of food? Did you
So it was like bacon, eggs.
Okay.
You know, it's just normal breakfast.
Yeah.
And pancakes sometimes.
How were the living conditions there?
In basic, it was okay. You know, there was no problem.
Mhm.
Big barracks. You know, there's about probably between 35 to 40 guys in a platoon.
You ever feel homesick or really stressed out?
No, not really. It was pretty much like sports and stuff. You
Oh, okay.
get a bunch of guys together and just pool.
So, what were you doing during the war? Like, what kind of jobs or assignments
I
did you
was
have?
a tank crewman,
Oh, okay.
and so I was on a tank.
So did you see a lot of combat, or?
Enough. I didn't want to see much
Right,
more.
yeah.
I mean, wasn't every day, but it was, you know,
Mhm.
let's say about 4 or 5 times a month that you get, you know,
Wow.
pretty good combat.
Do you remember your most memorable experience?
Just the guys, the camaraderie with all the other guys.
So, what was it like after the war? Like, what were your first memories of going home?
Oh, you know, when I found out I was coming home, it was just a big relief.
Oh, okay.
Big relief.
So, did you take advantage of the GI Bill?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And where are you living now?
I'm living in Gardena right now.
So, what kind of work did you do after the war?
Mechanic.
Okay. Do you belong to any veterans organizations or associations?
Not at the moment.
So, how did you celebrate Veterans Day a week ago? Anything special?
No, not really anything really special. We get together with the family all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and the family has a big barbecue.
That's great. Yeah. Was it very frightening and scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when we were in combat, it got pretty scary because they were pretty
It's
well.
like your uncle.
When they hit the tanks,
Right.
they were dug in
Your
real good.
uncle.
I mean, you know, so they heard us coming from miles. So when they set up, you know, it's not like infantry where they didn't know where they were or whatnot. But on the tanks, you just hear the tanks rumble for a long ways off. So when we got in combat, it was pretty well. They were sniping at us and getting us on the run and whatnot. So.
Sounds scary. Were you like driving the tank, or were you
Well, as a
operating?
crewman, when you first go over there, what they call you're a loader. You just load the main gun and make sure all the weapons that are right down there are full of ammo.
Okay.
And then after that, you become a driver.
So how many years were you over there, like in total?
1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to stay any longer than that?
Yeah.
You really don't want to get attached to any one person
Yeah.
really close. There's too many of us got wounded and stuff and taken out. So you didn't want to really get to know any one person really close.
Mhm.
It was a bunch of guys get together all the time, but we really didn't want to hang out with one special. When I first went over there, we were at the northern end, and then halfway, about less than halfway through, after about 5 months, I got transferred from down south and went up all the way up north.
Oh.
So it was from Cambodia, it went from almost the Cambodian border all the way up to Laos.
Oh wow.
So it's completely different.
Do you remember the Tet Offensive?
Pardon?
The Tet Offensive where they would-
Okay, Tet of '69 was the worst one there.
Right.
And I was there right after
Oh,
'69.
okay.
I got there in '70.
Mhm.
So,
So how did the U.S. Agent Orange kind of affect?
well, it affected me a lot
Okay.
because
The government knew that.
right. What they rated me at is 160% disabled.
Yeah, because of the age.
And the reason why they do 160% is in case something, I got better somehow
Mhm.
with something. And so the percentage was still high.
Right. Yeah.
So Agent Orange was really bad. When I was there, I kind of knew we were getting sprayed with something, but we didn't know.
Okay.
Because these helicopters come by and you could feel the stuff come out.
This concludes my interview with Mr. Andrew Nishimoto, who won a Bronze Star Medal in the Vietnam War. He is a true American hero.